Honesty will guide you to goodness, and goodness will invite you to heaven. The best revenge is to improve yourself. Never explain yourself to anyone, because the one who likes you would not need it, and the one who dislikes you wouldn't believe it. Silence is the best reply to a fool. Do not let your difficulties fill you with anxiety. After all, it is only on the darkest nights that stars shine more brightly. Be like a flower that gives its fragrance, even to the hand that crushed it. Body is purified by water, ego by tears. Intellect is purified by knowledge, and the soul is purified with love. A hopeless man sees difficulties in every chance, but a hopeful person sees chances in every difficulty. People are of two types. They are either your brothers in faith or your equals in humanity. Beautiful people are not always good, but good people are always beautiful. The one who has no control over his desires has no control over his mind. The Word of God is the medicine of the heart. A moment of patience in a moment of anger prevents 1,000 moments of regret. Hide the good you do, and make known the good done to you. He who trusts the world betrays him. Greed is permanent slavery. I will be patient till even patience tires of my patience. No wealth like education and no poverty like ignorance. The disease of the heart is worse than the disease of the body. Authority, power, and wealth do not change a man. They only reveal him. Your souls are precious and can only be equal to the price of paradise. Therefore sell them only at that price. When proven wrong, the wise man will correct himself, and the ignorant will keep arguing. The worst of our faults is our interest in other people's faults. Fear only the will of God, and you will have no cause to fear anyone else. Courtesy costs nothing, but buys everything. Do not use the sharpness of your speech on your mother. Who taught you how to speak? Do for this life as if you live forever. Do for the afterlife as if you will die tomorrow. A wise man first thinks and then speaks, and a fool speaks first and then thinks. The sin which makes you sad and repentant is more liked by Allah than the good deed which turns you arrogant. The days of life pass away like clouds. So do good while you are alive. Fear the sins that you commit in secret, because the witness of those sins is the Judge himself. Recitation of the Quran without contemplation and thought is futile. Patience is of two kinds: patience over what pains you, and patience against what you covet. Asceticism is not that you should not own anything, but that nothing should own you. It is better to listen to a wise enemy than to seek counsel from a foolish friend. Not every man with a heart is understanding, nor every man with an ear a listener, and nor every man with eyes able to see. Understanding the knowledge and wisdom of the Quran is by far higher than memorizing. Safety lies in silence. It is easier to rectify what you miss by silence than to secure what you lose by speaking. An alert and learned man will take advice from any event. There are 3 signs of a knowledgeable person: knowledge, forbearance, and silence. Like your body, your mind also gets tired. So refresh it with wise sayings. Do not be too hard, lest you be broken. Do not be too soft, lest you be squeezed. 2 things cause people to be destroyed: fear of poverty and seeking superiority through pride. The most helpless person is the one who is helpless in reforming himself. Happiness comes towards those which believe in him. Lead such a life that, when you die, the people may mourn you, and while you are alive they long for your company. Bear sorrows and calamities patiently, otherwise you will never be happy. The outcome of fear is disappointment, and shyness is frustration. How many lessons there are, and how little they are taken. There is no rest for the person who has envy, and there is no love for the person who has bad manners. Riches without faith is the greatest poverty. Do not be like those on whom advice has no effect, and who require punishment to correct themselves. Never make a decision in anger, and never make a promise in happiness. A true friend is one who sees a fault, gives you advice, and defends you in your absence.
Oh, let me up with a bright smile on now.